Hello and welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got some breaking news coming out here for you. We're going to be talking about the IDF in Israel. Okay, this is Israel's military. And we've got news and reports coming out that one of their major generals, his name is Aharon Haliva. I don't know if it's Aaron or it could be Aharon. Aharon. I don't know how to pronounce his name, unfortunately, but we're going to call him Aaron. So he has announced his resignation over the October 7th failures in Israel. So October 7th was when Hamas invaded Israel and they supposedly killed like 1,200 people, took a bunch of hostages back to Gaza, like 250 hostages, right? So this gentleman has resigned as of today, and I think this timing is very interesting because I just put out a video just 2 days ago talking about the fact that the entire government of Israel was under watch by the ICC, that's the International Criminal Court, and we had some reports that the Israeli government was afraid that many of the members of that government were going to be arrested by the ICC, and the ICC was going to be issuing arrest warrants for them over like genocide charges or whatever it might be, things going on in the Gaza Strip. Okay, we know what's going on down there. Lots of innocent people are being killed. Aid is being cut off many times. There's famine going on. Just terrible things happening in the Gaza Strip. We're aware of that, right? So around that same time that we get just 2 days ago this report that the ICC may be issuing arrest warrants, now we've got people resigning. Okay, so this Major General Aharon Haliva is the most senior figure in the IDF. Okay, that has recently resigned. And we're expecting more people to continue resigning. But as far as I know, Benjamin Netanyahu, the prime minister, has come out and said that he will not resign. Okay? Excuse me. And this is all at a time where there's mass protests going on right now in Israel. Lots of protests calling for Benjamin Netanyahu to step down, to resign from prime minister. Okay, so this is pretty crazy news, and we're going to expect more fallout here from the IDF and also most likely the Israeli government. And one thing I'm wondering is this all tied into those potential arrest warrants? Does this kind of prove that there is arrest warrants coming? Because I just put this report out 2 days ago, like I said, talking about that. So let's go ahead and get right into this. This is on Fox News, okay? Israeli military intelligence chief resigns over failure to prevent deadliest attack in Israel's history. Haliva is the first senior figure to resign after Hamas terrorists invaded Israel on October 7th. So it's interesting, the timing here again. I just want to note real quick that how come he waited this long, or any of these members of the IDF waited this long to resign? And how come at the time that I just put out that report 2 days ago that there was worries and fears in the Israeli government and also the IDF that there was going to be arrest warrants issued for everybody, or for many members, I should say, not everybody, but many members of the government, many members, top officers from the IDF. Now we're seeing resignations. So could this be tied into it? Let me know what you think down below. Okay, so it says here, the head of Israel's military intelligence directorate has resigned, the Israel Defense Forces said on Monday. Major General Aharon Haliva announced his resignation after he failed to prevent Hamas's unprecedented October 7th attack, the deadliest terror attack in Israel's history, the military said. The intelligence directorate under my command did not live up to the task we were entrusted with. I carry that black day with me ever since, day after day, night after night. I will carry the horrible pain of the war with me forever, Haliva wrote in his resignation letter, according to a translation by the Associated Press. So let me just give you a little bit of backstory here on what happened that day on October 7th. So I don't know all the details, but at least from what I remember happening in terms of it being a catastrophic failure for the IDF was that, first of all, how did Hamas get in? They came in on like gliders, I remember. They were using like some sort of gliders with giant fans on them or something like that. And they were gliding into Israeli territory coming from, I think, the Gaza Strip. And also, they were able to just run right through the border. And I think some of the border guards even were caught off guard, that no one was expecting this. Apparently, there's some signs of a potential attack coming. and the IDF was apparently not prepared for this, and they're what is known as one of the most, like, greatest militaries in the world. And how did their intelligence agency, how did nobody catch this in a way whenever Hamas decided to invade Israel? And it was a catastrophic failure. And also there was a really late response from what I remember. I think there was like a 5-hour gap where the IDF was not responding and Hamas was able to just run rampant and do whatever they wanted to do, at least from what I remember from the story. So yeah, it was definitely a catastrophic failure on the IDF's part. So Haliva is the first senior figure to step down after Hamas terrorists invaded Israel nearly 6.5 months ago and rampaged through Israeli communities, killing 1,200 people, mostly civilians, and taking roughly 250 hostages back into Gaza. The decision to resign was made with the approval of Israeli Minister of Defense, Yoav Gallant. The military chief of staff accepted Haliva's request to resign and thanked him for his 38 years of service. Wow, I didn't realize he was there for 38 years. That's a long time. Haliva's resignation could set the stage for additional fallout from Israel's top security brass over Hamas's attack, which triggered a war in Gaza between the Jewish state and Hamas. The war will cross its 200th day this week. Shortly after the war was initiated, Haliva said publicly that he shouldered the blame as the head of the military department for not preventing the assault. So see, they didn't prevent it. That's what apparently he's resigning over this. But again, it's just very interesting, the timing. Why does he barely realize he needs to resign now? Why did he wait up until we start hearing these reports that there's potential arrest warrants coming from the International Criminal Court? I just thought that was very interesting that we're seeing this, and it's just 2 days after that report came out. Other military and security leaders are also reportedly expected to resign in response to intelligence failures that did not catch the impending October 7th attack. The timing of these resignations, however, has been unclear, as Israel remains in war with Hamas while battling the militant group Hezbollah in Lebanon and Syria. Tensions in the region remain high after Israel traded direct attacks with Iran last week, leading some military experts to say Israeli resignations are irresponsible while the military is fighting on multiple fronts. That's something to note too. Okay, Israel's at war right now. Okay, they're at war with Hamas, they're at war with Hezbollah, they're at war with Iran and all the other proxies. Why would top military intelligence chiefs or any officers or anybody in general, why would anybody be resigning right now? That's why I'm saying, is there a possibility that this is tied into these arrest warrants that are potentially coming? Is there something more that they know that we don't quite know yet? It's very possible, okay? Very possible that this could be the reason why we're seeing these resignations. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is not among those expected to resign and has indicated that he will not step down despite growing protests. So like I said, there's protests happening all throughout Israel right now. And here we go. Now we're going to start to see a chain of resignations happening throughout the IDF, I bet. And it wouldn't surprise me throughout the Israeli government. Okay, I think some of the main people that are in charge right now, like Benjamin Netanyahu, Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, I don't think those people will resign. It would surprise me if they would. But I think some of these smaller players, especially people that are within the IDF, like this military intelligence chief, Aharon Haliva, it wouldn't surprise me if they start resigning en masse. Okay, it just wouldn't. And this would only continue to confirm that it looks like there may be arrest warrants coming, and we don't know for sure, obviously, if that story is true. I believe it was, and definitely the Israeli government, along with the IDF, should be worried about that if it is true and it is coming. So let me know what you think down below. If you got something out of this update, please smash that like button. And also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below and hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, I hope y'all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless. And we'll see you in the next one.